Good morning, early birds. It's 4 a.m. Eastern time, and I'm just singing this tune like it's a Sunday morning jazz show. Good morning, Waltz. Good to see you. You are an early bird indeed. I hope that everybody did great yesterday. I hope that you were green. If you could please tell me that, then it's fine. But something's going. Yeah, I'm just watching AMC right now, so I'm gonna pull up that one. Good morning, North Carolina Air Gunner. I mentioned you on Twitter. I did not know if I could mention you by name or by. No, well, I don't think that's your real name, but I mentioned you for calling out. I don't remember. Okay. Just watch my Twitter feed on Monday, and then you can see good morning. So, yeah, that's right. I just finished my coffee. Just took my last sip while I'm now drinking my water again. Stay hydrated. It's good for the brain. It's good for your thinking process. So I hope that everybody did okay yesterday because, well, something was going on. Mention of some kind of a movie. And then because I wasn't here yesterday, and you all know that, and then this just happens on AMC. We watched this for now. Let's see. I think that we started watching it here, then we just adjusted this line a little bit, and then we said, okay, well, if this is a triangle, this is really a triangle. So if it gets above the 37.10, then you should take it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I hope that someone snatched this one, please, from the chat. So that would be. I can see a lot of early birds are sleeping birds because it's quiet. But the Walt is here. GE is here for Chinese stocks, which is the first HK or NASDAQ. Which is the first HK or NASDAQ? Can you rephrase that for me, GE? I'm not sure what you mean by that. So this happened to AMC, and I set my alert here at 37.10, as you do, and but I wasn't here yesterday, so I was gutted to see this happening yesterday. No, I wasn't. This is something that you don't want to be upset about, because there are more plays that you missed than that you can make. So if you just keep that in mind, then you'll be fine. But AMC, not trading AMC for weeks in a row because of, well, this happening, and then this downtrend is not exactly looking just fine. And I know that we adjusted it somewhere here, this line here, but so I think a lot of people were watching the early bird show. That must be. And then finally, when it just glimpsed over it here, over this negative trend line here, then they thought yesterday, okay, the big bird is gone. So not gone, but it's not in right now. So we're going to do this. Oh, yeah, you're right. We looked at the Airbnb here at 129.64, and now this is happening. Wow. And does not give away those gains of yesterday. So not failing right now. Yeah, just a little bit, but Airbnb, strange stock it is, isn't it? Oh yeah. No. Okay. We've got a watch list going on. And I thought, well, it's not the most volatile of months, and we know that because it's August. So let's look at some golden oldies, why don't we? So these are the 13 items on my stock list right now, watch list right now. Stock list, watch list. Okay, here we are. ABEV, ADO, Hope, AMC, MIRM, Pinduoduo, just because I like pronouncing that. TME, NIO, CCL, GWN, also called, yes, NNDM, OCGN, and CSCO. Yeah. Yeah, BBY did great. Yeah, I saw that yesterday. Also, when I came in late, I saw this happening, just blasting through all our lines here also. So I hope that some of you just snatched these these plays, but it was not. It were not easy plays. Well, just looking at it now, they were, but you had to really set your alerts. So if you're using TC2000, I'm not sure if you do, then you just really need those alerts here. All right, let's do this watch list. Why don't we? So we get on moving, and then we're gonna do tickers from the chat. So let's start with this small one. We've been looking at this one for a while now. It's not doing what we wanted to do, but we saw on earlier occasions that it's can move like this. So we're waiting for a day like this. So a day like yesterday also could have given you some kind of gains here. These are not big gains, but for a $3 stock, it's might just be do the trick. But what I really want, of course, is something like a move like this, 15 cents, and then you just can play it safe. If there's some volatility here in ABEV above 326, it's a long. Same is for ABEV. We played it here at 1066, and it's now all the way down to $2. But no worries. It now opens here lower, and I'm only interested in this one above the $2 mark. You know that. So this might just give you a nice level here, and then if it will close this gap to the upside, then it's a 20-cent win on a $2 stock. So $2 has to be your support here. On these small stocks, $1 and $2 are really big levels normally. So if they are not, if they just keep fading here under the $2, then there is no hope for them. And speaking of hope, oh man, you're so smooth. Melbourne Beach, Florida is in the house. Oh, my camera is all off again. What's this? This is what you should not do in a professional show, but I don't see why. Why not? Hey. Oh, I need a cameraman. My producer's gonna kill me if he sees this. Well, more or less, what do we care? We care about those, about these, of course. So hope. We talked about hope 2 days ago, I think, and then I thought, well, anything above 1391 should be with volume doing something like this. Did not. And we also said if it does not, then it can do something like this. And that theory still holds. So I'm going to move this away because you can see here or not, this is the 50 moving average here. Some people still asking me if this, what are your lines here? So this is the 50, the yellow one is the 20, the green one is the 9, and EMA, and the red one is the 200 SMA. So this blue line here, blue line was a support for some time here, then fell through it, and now it's trying to really get through that. This is what we call a false breakout normally, and but we want volume and some kind of squeeze above 1390 for hope. hope is left. All hope is gone. No. So this should be something that you will be watching. Should be watching, and that's because that these 200 SME is a target for people who want to short this year. So 1390 is the point where you get in to the long side or to the short side if you want that. I'm not going to do that. You know why. So 1319 to the upside will be my play. Well, we talked about AMC and how you could have snatched this one yesterday. We predicted this, and this is what happened. On the day that I was not in. Still a little bit frustrated. You should not be frustrated. So I'm probably not going to trade AMC today because that's going to be some kind of false sentiment trade or so I stated here for more than a few weeks that I'm not going to trade AMC unless it breaks this negative trend. And what did it do on the day that I was not in? Bam. And thank you, ma'am. Is that enough reason to trade it again today? No, it's not. It's simple as that. So you can just stay here in this position where it's now and stay there for who knows how long. MIRM. Same thing going on. Negative trend line, and then boom. We had a sniff of it on the day before yesterday. But look at this. On a 50-minute chart, overage falling down there again, and now trying to get above it. So breaking the trend trades is really something that you really want to do because a lot of momentum goes in there, and now you have there's some work to do to get here all the way to this 1550, which is now the next thing that you're watching. There is no volatility right now at all here. So spread is really weird. 1850 and 4020. So nobody's going to buy that now, of course. All feels strange to me. This MIRM pharmaceutical. I'm sorry. So this purple line is now no longer the base that we want to trade it from. So it can be erased, and this negative trend line is gone also now. So 50-50 is your next target, but I'll just wait and see and wait on price action what's going to happen here. Just want to see something live now. Let's look at what's going on. And this is all live, of course, but I saw, oh, this one, yeah. Okay. OGC, Regenicel Biosense healthcare stock. Big up yesterday, now trying to get up there again. I saw that on my other screen. I'm sorry about that. So I'm just gonna put this on a watch list and see if something will go on there. I'm going to look at that later. Pinduoduo. I love Pinduoduo just because of the name, of course. You know that I do. So now we're looking at my producer just came back. Now I'm just nice gap. This 100 is of course something that you want to keep watching here. And the 100s is right aligning with this blue line, which is the 50 moving average. So why don't we play for a second day runner here? Just keep a watch at this 100 and see if we can make a play. Why don't we? Grand Maser, SPRT and GME. Yeah. GME. Okay, I thought TME. So this is TME. Look at this, boing. And now, is this some kind of recovery here? Is it, or is it not? Well, on a few CEOs ago, I'm not sure, a week or maybe 2 weeks. So 10-cent music, we talked about that one, and this is just not looking like it should. But on that show, we also talked about how you can spot a reversal. And I showed you my scanner. I might show at 7:30 what's going on if a stock stays under a 9 and a 20 during the day like this and under VWAP. So there's no VWAP here because this is daily. But if it stays under those lines here, and then for the first time it creeps up here on a 2-minute chart, and this is a daily chart, but if it creeps up here, and if it can snatch this $9 mark here, is it $9? No, it's a little bit, it's 9.30, and the 20 here is at 9.47. So let's suppose this is a daily and this is a 2-minute chart. And if a stock does something like this, stays under its 9 and it's 20, try to get above it here. And now finding some kind of bottom, it seems like, finding its way up. And on a 2-minute, it passes its 20 and its 9. It passed its 9 now. And if it passes its 20 also, then you might want to see something going on. So 9.30 is some kind of a line in the sand here. Now it's fading a little bit. That's okay. So it might find support here at this 871. It would be very, very good if it did something like that. So finding support 871, then the bounce, then trying to get above here and all the way to 950. So that's what I'm looking for now in 10 cents. And then maybe today or tomorrow this 950 will be taken out also. So I'm looking for something like this now. So it really needs to cool down a little bit, like this. Like this, like this, like this. Hey, what's going on here? There's a Bermuda tree going on. Okay, you know what? This something like this touches this, and then, oops, back up again. So I'm gonna watch this one manually because normally I would have. You saw me tweeting out some stocks that I missed on Monday. One of them was from our North Carolina air gunner. He spotted the stock, and we called out the levels, and I put it in a limit order, and I did not get filled because it just stopped above the limit order that I put in. And this one I'm going to do manually because this is a level that you want to see. It's not a hard level. It's just a level. It has to bounce here, otherwise it will fall all the way down. And if you put a limit order in here at 875, let's say, because you're expecting this to go up, and it falls through immediately because the low here is 847, then you're in trouble. So I really want to be a little bit conservative here. So watching the bounce, it really has to be a bounce, and maybe you have to be patient sometimes. So if it does, this is the 1 minute chart I'm showing you now. It's not really, but this is what I want to see on a 1 minute chart. So sometimes it does something like this, and it seems an eternity, but it's a 1 minute chart. So it's only 4 minutes. And I get that you want to go in and trade, but this is something sometimes on levels like these, which are a little bit iffy, and you really want to see a second bounce sometimes and then go in. So sometimes just wait, because that might just do the trick for you. So I'm looking for something like this here on TME. Okay, then do GME. That's the one from the chat. I thought that we were on the same page, but TME also going up yesterday, just like AMC, of course. And how is that? Now, well, we all know why that is. So play some price action, guys and girls, ladies and gents, people and people. Price action play, please. Because there are no levels here that you can trade from. So price action is your play here. And this looks like a similar thing. It's a little bit different for SPRT. It had a second day, and now you're looking for a third day runner, but also price action play. Cannot put any levels here on. Oh, cannot put any levels here to play these stocks from. So they are very good for day trading. You have to know what you're doing, so you have to trade them on price action. Please do that, and if you cannot do that, then please don't. Hey, 8ZM, you are a little late bird today. That's okay, but we talked about AMC twice already. We opened the show at AMC, so if you scroll back just a little bit, and you can see what's going on there. Brian, good morning to you too. PSFE. PSFE, price action play. We talked about that in a few days ago. Yeah, we looked at this one because we thought, well, it might just might just come close to its opening price here of around $10. So this is a target. Pay safe. Target is $10. So with these stocks that are just out now, I think this is this a spec? I think so. You can see here that it's not really, those green and yellow lines, so the 9 and 20 EMA, are not really something that they care about. You might think that they do here at this point here, but falling through that and just up and down. So the 9 and 20 are not yet lines that are reliable for this one. But what you're doing now is this is the bottom. So if you're getting in here, then you might say I'm late to the party. So this is more or less a double bottom. This is 806 and this is 806. It's not more or less, it is a double bottom. So all the way up to 870 to 9, even 904, full dollar, 903. So this is called late to the party. Party. You know what I mean. To the festivities. So, oh, did we hit that like and hit that subscribe yet? Sorry. We need that. Oh, forgot that. Come on, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I have to say that more than 60,000 times per show because otherwise you cannot beat this algorithm. Where's my mouse at? Oh, on this screen. Yoo-hoo. It's not a Monday, but so we did that. But come on, hit that like. What's going on? Even if you're not watching this live, and I know a lot of people do, don't watch this live, and with good reason, because it's 4 a.m. Eastern time. Well, it's now 4:34 in New York, and it's 10:35 in 10:34 in Amsterdam. So this is called late to the party. So falling down, this is going up. This is a big sign for a lot of people now that think, okay, I'm going to sell it. Can you short this one? Is it easy to borrow? I don't know. You have to check that. So the way a stock moves to the upside is like it did here. So let's zoom in just a little bit here. So down here, up, and then down again. So where we're at now, here, this is the down bottom, here down bottom. We're going up now. And this might be something that is a reverse signal. It is, for me at least, looking at that candle. It does not have to be, but it might be for a lot of people, and it will sell it here. So down, up, reverse signal, this candle, and then down again. And then this is where it gets interesting. So this is a low, and this low here, this low is higher than this low. And now, so you want to get into this point here, somewhere in this point, this area, and not buy it somewhere here. If you're buying it now here, and it does a similar thing that it did here, then you're in trouble. So you want to see this pulling down more or less all the way to a new higher low, and then trade it to the upside, and then you can make the move here from here. This point here was 10, say 11, and this was 12.82. So what you have to watch right now is that it does something like this-ish. If it does something like this, then it's okay. And then you buy it if the new low here is higher than this low, and then you aim for this $10. That's the way how you could look at it now. If it's failing now, and if this is the first wave of the move up, so that's the way you have to look at it. And maybe 825 might be your in to the upside. So that's particularly true if you're swing trading this, but if you want to day trade this also, you want to trade this when it really gets the momentum of going up again. So a lot of people are watching this now, not a lot, I don't know. People are watching this now and seeing the same thing here. Is this the first wave of a new trend going up? So this is what you want to see. So if you want to finish this completely, let's do that. Why don't we? We have time. Or do we? Do a dibby dum. There she was on the walking down. So this is so can you see now that this is your first wave of a wave to the upside, and then something like this might happen, I think, and then you can trade it all the way back up again. So this is what you need for this trade. And the real big question is this really the high here, and will it now just do what we predicted here? Is this the case? Will this go on? So you have to watch that today, because something like this also might happen. So this is not the end of the first wave. Are you kidding me? So this is not the end of the first wave. And if it's not, so this is just some staggering, and if it pushes through this high of 902, then something like this can happen. So these are the two ways that you can look at PSFE. Brian, I hope that you liked that analysis. So it's all free. Okay, thank you. I talked a lot about this one, but let's just finish our watch list. We did, what did we do? We did PDD. Did we do PDD? Yes, we did. We did TME? Yeah, we did. Did we do NIO? No. NIO, our classic. The classics of all classics in the early bird show. Same kind of thing going on now. Down, 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 up. From this point on, up. Is this the beginning of? Well, we never know. So down, 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 up. Difficult one to call, this one, but if you see something like this going on, so NIO is always an interesting play, and I'm going to tell you why that is. It is because it sometimes gives you this opportunity to get in. Oh, that's great. Yeah. No, it gives you a great opportunity to get in. So this is NIO. So NIO here is now, this is the 15 minute that you're watching right now. You can also look at the 1 minute. Why don't we? There's not a lot going on here. Opening and close are around the same area here. Falling down a little bit to the 71 point, 31.71. I don't know if this is a real thing. Looks funny to me. So NIO has this tendency of, and I am the reversal long king of the world, as you all know. So what I want to see on NIO is something like this. Boom, 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 boom. Then holding this level and then back up again. And it does that more than once. No, not more than once, but it does that quite often, let me say that. And if it does not do that, I'm not going to trade it. So I really want this pullback on NIO because I know that it will bounce at some point. And if it bounces on the level that I indicated, then I'm going to get in. It's as simple as that. So this is a NIO 38.38 and 38.71 are the levels for NIO. CCL is the same kind of sister. So CCL now up just a little bit, not really spectacular. Look at the daily. Oops. When we were here on CCL, we predicted that it will go to 40-ish here, because this was COVID, and it collapsed because, well, you know why no one's going to get on a cruise with COVID. No cruises were scheduled, blah, 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 and then this happens. So this is how a stock will move normally if it just wants to go higher and higher and higher. So these waves here that I tried to show you just a while ago are just great. And we thought here at this point at 32-ish, this one will go all the way back up to 41. Well, it didn't. And now CCL is becoming interesting because 250 here are now crossing. If it gets above this 24.23, you might be in for a treat here. And this 50 is always a level for any stock. Far from that the last weeks, but this 50 is something that you want to watch. So on CCL, you can just play this, something like this. Little something like this. But it ran 1, 2, 3 times with little gaps up here. And now it's sitting here. So it might just be in some kind of a consolidation station here for a while. And you might want to wait for it for 1 or 2 days before it's trying to get that 200 out of the way. But I told you that CCL is the same sister as NIO. And because what I mean by that is that it will and or can do the same thing. So I'm really a long reversal player by heart. So waiting for the pullback. You can trade the breakouts too on CCL, but they are a little more iffy, I think. So this is why these stocks are classic early bird stocks. So you want to have to pull down here. 23.70 is the level, and then trade it back to the upside, and you can trade it all the way up to 24-ish, and then 24.20 if you want to. So waiting for the pullback and then traded to the upside. That's CCL in a nutshell, and that is why it is a classic early bird stock, as is NIO. And if it does not do this, if it just stays here in the middle and being all choppy and all childish and well, I don't want to go up, I don't want to go down, like your child is doing sometimes, then this is something that you don't want to trade. But if it pulls back like this, then it just might. And you can always trade a pre-market breakout if that's your style. Then just go here and bam. Pre-market high is now 24, but it's on really no volume whatsoever. So if there's no volume, then this level does not mean that much to me. NNDM, yeah, we're gonna go to NNDM in just a while. So just finish my watch list now, and how are we doing on those likes? For people that are new here, we are bound, really, to crush that YouTube algorithm. So Nordstrom had, I think they had earnings last night or something. Yeah, well, someone got stuck here. If this is for real. Ooh. Oops. So this is sell the news story. Anticipation, bam. And someone misread the results, or I don't know. Oh, so can you buy the dip here? That's the big question on Nordstrom. Or are a lot of people now panicking if they're waking up to this? They did not watch this last night. They bought it here and thought, well, Nordstrom had real good predictions. So the people were buying it here and went to sleep yesterday. Oh, it will go up. It will go up. I'm certain it will go up. And they don't wake up at 4 o'clock like you early birds do. They just might want to sell it here. So anything above 35, 37 is a short. And if it's above that level, it's a long. It's easily. What a hit that was on GWN. NNDM. I know what you're going to say, you all. I know what you're going to say. And here he is with NNDM again. So NNDM is not great for the pullback play. So the reversal long play that I just mentioned on the other stocks, but it can be. It can be. A breakout stock. So that's the other play that I like very much, the breakout, and then the pre-market breakout or the post-market breakout. So this is post-market, 612 right now, pulling back a little bit. So if it gets above that 612, I'm in. I'll promise you that. OCGN, another classic stock. Boom! This is why we like it. This is why we liked it. We played this, what was it, 2 weeks ago, I think, yeah. So this is just, we didn't get that complete candle that you see here because we only played it to this level right here. Pulled back after that, and now it's trying to get above that lila line again. And for first time viewers, lila, pink, rose. 780 is not an exact level. It's not a line in the sand. It's an area. So if it gets above 778, I'm in again on OCGN. And then CSCO. We have to talk about CSCO. Do we play day trade with lab? We are preparing our trades today. So we're putting in these levels here, and some swing traders around here who can use those levels also. So we are currently not trading the pre-markets. Sometimes we do, but now we don't because the volatility is horrible. This 58.37, this is what we played here on Monday. Just a little gain, not a lot, and I missed a lot on Monday. I tweeted it out. If you want to see what I did on Monday and what I missed and what I did not do and what I should have done, all that, then look under this video. And this video, there is a YouTube handle, Bosch, with a lot of numbers. This is my social security number, so you can check in anytime you want, but can never leave. So this is missed that one also yesterday. So 58.37. I don't know. I'm not going to look at this. CSCO, trade this if you want it. I'm not going to trade it because it's going to be a revenge trade for me if I do. Some kind of false sentiment trades, maybe. So Anthony Rocha, watch. Okay, Grant Mazer. Nothing is a no-brainer. Nothing is a no-brainer. If you think something is a no-brainer at all in stock markets, nothing is. Sophie wants to creep up here. Same kind of thing going on. Is this the start of a new wave? If it is, then this might be the end of this first wave up. If it's not and it breaks over this be more 1494 here, then there is a little bit of room to 1529-ish. But you really want to see this 4077. This has to hold, hasn't it? Same story here. The beginning of a new wave. So you're late to the party if you're getting in here. It's $1 up here. So if you buy it here, then you're just giving a present to the people who bought it here. If it stays there, so it has to break this high here, and that's not a lot of room, only 28 cents to the top. So you really need a small stop loss to make some profit here. Tricky one. Maybe you want to see this one in consolidation station first before you take it. But if it's if it will take out this 1494.15, and be aware that there is a new level coming up very quickly. So if it goes, it has to go with a lot of volume. Yeah, we talked about NIO. Yeah, this is all in 1 minute. So no, it is not in 1 minute, of course. It's on a daily. So I want to see, this is what I want to see on a daily. So this is a great question, Walt. So this is my level on a daily. So and then I'm going back to my 1 minute. So if I'm watching this stock and I know that this 1494 is a level and this 4075 is a level. So, and what I wanted to see that it breaks above this 1494. So I'm going back here. Say, what did I say here in the early bird show? Oh, and this is what I want to see. I go back to the 1 minute here, and then I'm gonna sit here and wait. So you see this now 1494 and 4075. Those are the same lines that I drew here on the daily. Same lines. No, so now trying to get into a trade, I'm gonna pull up this screen and before getting into any screen, you're gonna see this one this is going on. So this is my screen before I get into anything, and then I'm gonna watch these lines here. There are only 2 lines here, so this is because I did not prepare that yet. So I'm watching this we talk about 20 stocks every day, and sometimes 25, and sometimes only 10. Then I put up the 4 stocks that I want to trade in the first 10, 20, 30 minutes. And if they don't do what I want them to do, if I want to see a pull down here for this in this one, I'm going to take them off. I'm going to replace them with another stock, and that's how I work. And then I see something going on here, blah, 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 and then I go to my big screen here, Waltz. And what I see then is this. So this is now the 1 minute, and on the left-hand side here, I see my 5 minutes. And I want to see them both. So now I'm just telling myself, okay, 14.94 is a level, which, and if the stock is trading here, and this is resistance, if the stock is trading here, this is support. So if a stock does something like this during the first 5 minutes, this is called, what is this called? Tell me. I'm not going to quiz you. This is called price discovery. So if it just stays here for a while, that can be okay. If it does something like this, I'm exaggerating now, on a 1 minute, it hits this 40.75. I might want to get in here. And I told you on the other show that you have various ways of getting in here. And if it does something like this to the upside, you can also get here in here at this 14.94 points. So I'm getting in here. And sometimes if you follow me on Twitter, then you will see me that I'm saying I am watching. So I did it on Monday, I think even. Sometimes I don't have the time for that because, well, I'm trading, so I cannot tweet out anything that I see. I will not. You have to do that yourself. But something like this happens, so up, so it stays here, and then up, up, up. And you might want to, then this might be a point that I say, okay, I'm watching this now, Sophie. And if I say I'm watching this, and you watch the early bird show, and you know that this 14.71 is a level, then you know that I'm watching this to break this. And this also might happen in this, in a movement downwards. So this is, oops. So it goes down like this, and then I'm watching. I'm also going to say watching Sophie because it's close to this 40.75, and I want to play the reversal long. So in the grand scheme of things, and this is what this is for this one, I want to see something like this here. And that reminds me that if I'm in this one and I go over all my stocks just 20 minutes before markets open, and I'm going to see all these things that I'm doing here, so price action and these candles, in order to know what I want to do during trading. So I don't have to think too much when I'm in trading, because you don't have the time for that. I hope that answered your question. So Danny 13 green. BlackBerry, is it really on? This might be just the stock that goes with AMC and GME. Is it? Yeah, it is. Nice. You never know with BlackBerry. You never know. So this, what you want to see here is a second day runner. So people are now, I don't know why, but they are enthusiastic. well, they are backing BlackBerry, and what you want to see that it's at least breaking this 1150, but also this pre-market here, this blue line that was here is pre-market 1170, now falls down a little bit. I'm not reversal play on BlackBerry because, well, it's a strange stock. So if you see something like this, the obvious thing to happen is that it will do a second day runner. So this is the play that you want to make then. So you want to buy this in strength. I don't want to buy this as a pullback because it's BlackBerry. Yes, when I'm in a trade, so when I'm in this 1 minute, I don't know if you mean that, but if I'm in this 1 minute, I use the moving average that I use the most when I'm in a trade or deciding that I'm going to be in a trade is the 9 EMA on the 5 minute chart. So that's why I keep those two screens close to each other. So this is the 1 minute, this is 5 minutes. Some people put on more than that, but 1 and 5 is good enough for day trading for me. So this 9 minute here, this 9 EMA on a 5 minute frame for BlackBerry in this case is telling me something. And it tells me right now that it falls down a little bit, so to L1120. So let's say here, let's look at this here. So let's say this is L1120 here, this. And let's say this was a level. It isn't. Let's say that it is. So 1120, this is level and saying, okay, this one's opening now. This is where I want to get in normally. Normally, you can get in here. So this, now I'm getting in. Big red candle, green one, I'm getting in. I don't care, why not. Before I do that, I look at my 9 EMA here at the 5 minute, which now presently lies at 1131, as you can see here. So if I'm getting in here at 1124, my 9 EMA here on the 5 minutes at 1131, that's only 7 cents. It's before it runs into resistance, because a 9 EMA on a 5 minutes is always a pretty good indicator of resistance for any stock. It is for me, at least. So if there's no volume or not a lot of volume, then what you want to do here now, if this is your level 1120 and 1131 is now another level here, an intraday level on the 5 moving average, then you might think, okay, I'm not going to risk 7 cents here because I really don't even know that this is the bottom. So this is something that you always want to keep in mind. I hope that answers your question on this topic. And if you don't, if this was not the right answer for you, then just leave a comment under this video. I will do that a little bit more, or just DM me on my Twitter account. You can do that, I think. Great, Pescary. That's just great. Yeah, Pescary, 90% of day traders fail because they don't know what they're doing. And that's why they're watching the early bird show. they're getting in at the levels that I tell you. Oh, they don't. And but so day trading is very difficult. It is. So if you want to use these levels for other purposes, then be my guest. So it's 5:07. This was the Early Bird Show. If you know what I'm doing, follow me on Twitter. And I will tell you, well, trading wise, I will tell you, I'm not one of those funny guys who post all the funny stuff all the time. I am funny, but not in that way. But I will post you the things that I like and that I watch if I have the time. You really have to. Sometimes I'm in 3 trades at the same time. I'm not aware of any book, but might want to write it myself. I can fully support you in that. Have a great trading day. And if you did not really hit that like, please do. It helps me. That's not the important thing. It helps Benzinga, and it helps to slaughter that algorithm that YouTube's using. And at Benzinga, we need that because the shows are free. They are free, and I'm not selling you anything. You notice that. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'll be back tomorrow at 4 a.m. Eastern Time. That is 10 o'clock Amsterdam time. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.